We're all living in a world gone geek. It's time to geek hard or go home. The podcast is real. Here's your host, Grounded Geek.
This is just one of those nights. Technical difficulties with the audio. We've got it working now, and we're ready to go. As always, I have brought with me my good friends Utah and Aaliyah. And there's Richard behind him.
Hey guys,
welcome.
Greetings, programs.
Hi. For those of you, this is the sight gag that Utah does. It doesn't work on the podcast when I put it out the next day. But
that's true. I didn't think
he's got Richard the Stormtrooper behind him there, and that's who he's talking to whenever we start up.
He always brings up something, and we always have this little argument or whatever, right? And it just so happens to be coincidentally timed when we start. I apologize.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Richard, mind your own business back there. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, though.
He doesn't understand. It's Pie Day. I'm trying to explain.
That's right. It is Pie Day. We had pizza tonight. How did you guys celebrate?
We had apple pie.
Aaliyah, you didn't celebrate Pie Day. That's what your
I did not. I did not celebrate Pie Day, but is it okay to have a piece of cake?
No, that would be on Cake Day.
That would be on Cake Day.
Is there a Cake Day? I don't even know.
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's an International Cake Day.
There's got to be. There's got to be some mathematical equation that.
All right. So yeah. So
pies, is called cake instead of pie.
Are round. Cake are no. That doesn't
cake could
either.
be any shape though. That's right. Shape. I mean, it could be in the shape of an Easter bunny for that matter.
Cakes could be. Oh, it's true. Yeah, we used to make Easter bunny cakes.
Right.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, I just texted my sister since they're at Walmart to see if she'll pick up some apple pie.
Get some pie. There we go. Got to celebrate Pie Day. It's one of the most important days of March. Well, what else is in March? I mean, St. Patrick's Day is in March, but if you're not a drinker, that's not much of a thing. Or Irish.
The Ides.
I feel like Irish should have been first.
Right. Well.
Right. You get drunk.
But it is.
You get drunk first, and then you have pie. Is that what you're saying?
Well, the pie comes before because pie is on 14th, and then you consume alcohol on the 17th.
What is it? Pie before liquor, never sicker. Is that how that goes?
I think you just made that up.
I did. I made it.
Okay. But
wait, you both have AKAs. I have no AKA.
Right. Well, and again, for those of you listening on the podcast, she's referring to the fact that we have little name tags underneath us. And mine says Jeff, aka Grounded Geek. Utah says aka Co-Utah. These are
Aaliyah says Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. It's not even capitalized. That's how much she thinks of herself. Aaliyah, come on. You got to at least capitalize your name. Show some pride. Like that's. You're a wonderful
modern.
human being. We love you. Like it should be capitalized. It should be all caps, as far as I'm concerned.
Right, right.
Just
that's right. I'm just yelling at
Aaliyah should be yelled out. That's what
you're not. You're not Aaliyah. You're Aaliyah.
Right. We got to come up with a nickname for you. That's the problem. See, do you have a gamer tag and any like Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, or anything like that? Any? Do you have a Twitter handle? Anything like that?
My Twitter media. My Twitter handle was ababe, and I don't.
Okay.
I don't want to go by that.
All right.
You want to move away from that as far as you can.
Yeah. I just.
So it's like one of those. Like what was your first
email address?
Your first AOL email address.
Monkey Lover. Mine was Monkey Lover 5543.
Oh my god.
Monkey Lover.
Oh. I loved Bobby.
Oh, we lost her. She's starting.
Oh no! She's gone into the monkey zone, the monkey lover zone.
You loved monkeys? Was that it?
I loved Bobby Jack as a child.
Who?
You know.
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
We are.
Am I too old?
Aaliyah, we're too well seasoned to know what Bobby Jack is. Oh wait, are you talking about BJ and the Bear? Oh no,
Bobby Jack the monkey. It was a brand.
Oh,
there was a brand. Wait, it must have been there was a monkey brand. Wait, like Bobby Jack monkey brand? Like there was a brand of monkeys?
And Aaliyah was a fan of it.
Or was it a clothing line?
I think it was monkeys? A Kmart brand.
Okay, all right. So that's why you don't. So we don't want Aaliyah, aka Monkey Lover. We're not doing that either. So
no.
We got to come up with something else. We'll think of that. We'll think of something offline. We'll figure it out. Give you a nickname so you can because we want you to join Steam and play some of these games with us.
I need to look up Bobby Jack now. I just can't.
I know it's going to be fun.
I can't let this go.
I can't believe I just told this on air, but hey, this is
hey, this is what we do. We talk about like the important things.
Did you look it up?
Bobby Jack is a clothing brand featuring a monkey character of the same name. Founded in 2001.
I love Bobby Jack.
JCPenney.
Oh, it's a JCPenney. Okay, so it's.
I thought it was Kmart.
No,
and they're still around.
It was an upgrade from Kmart. It was JCPenney and Sears.
Yeah, it was JCPenney and Sears, man.
You're at least upper middle class now.
That's a tier above Kmart.
Oh my gosh, too funny.
Okay, I'm trying.
Remember the blue light specials at Kmart?
I love the blue light specials at Kmart.
And all the shoes were tied together, and your mom would make you try them on. Oh. You remember that?
Right? Yeah.
And then she's like, "Now walk," and it's like, "Excuse me,
I can't walk.
You're falling over.
I can jump. Can I hop?"
Kmart was great. They're still around a little bit, but they actually closed the one near us to put in a Meijer, which I do like. Meyer's. Or Manger or whatever.
Mar.
So you can say it more fancily, like Target and Manger.
Oh, Marger. Oh no.
Manger.
I remember when the Meyers first opened up in Columbus, and I couldn't understand a friend of mine when he was saying, "Yeah, I'm just going to Mars." I'm like, "You're going to Mars? What do you mean you're going to Mars?" I'm not going to Mars. They just opened it up down the street. Yeah. Oh, Myers.
My wife and I spent a lot of like late nights there at Meijer when our kids were first born and stuff. Like they would be asleep in the cart, and that's when we would when we would shop. Yeah,
and it was a huge
very late at night.
Like they had like almost they almost had like hundreds. I dare say 100 like cash register lanes that weren't always open at the same time. But I just remember like going in there, going, "Wow, this place is huge."
Yeah, Meijer, good stuff. All right. Anyway,
good stuff.
Well, it is Sunday night. It is our podcast is really live. We got a few things to celebrate today. So if you may notice that I look a little different. I used to have a little business up top and party on the chin, and the business is gone up top. Yeah. So I officially shaved my head for St. Baldrick's yesterday, which is something that I've done now for the last 10 years. We've been talking about it on pretty much all the shows that we do.
Congratulations, Knight Commander.
I know. I became a Knight Commander yesterday.
Actually, I saw the sword. I saw the
little plastic sword. We did a knighting ceremony actually live on the YouTube channel that we do for there. But I get to MC that event and be a part of it every year. It's fascinating and fun for me to do. So I love it. There's still time though. If you'd like to donate, the team, Rachel's Lymph Homies, that's the name of our team. It's named after my daughter. It was her choice to call it Lymph Homies, and she had Hodgkin's lymphoma. And that's why we named the team that. But we raised almost $1,100, just our team. And then for the hospital, we raised over 100 grand. We found out today. Yeah. So it's
that's amazing.
Approaching 105 grand, and it's millions across the country. I mean, people were doing this everywhere yesterday. It's not just here, but it was exciting. So there's still time to participate. If you'd like to donate, feel free to do so. There's the link at the bottom. I'll put it in the show notes for those of you who listen to the audio. And there you go. That's fun. It's exciting. We like to give back. It's one of the things we love to do here at World Gone Geek is to give back in lots of different ways, through whether it be Extra Life, playing video games, or shaving my head, things like that. So we love to support that. We also had some fun announcements on the Facebook page this week. We launched a new logo. If you're watching, you can see it up there. There it is. It's up there next to Utah's head. Right next to StreamYard, which we're gonna have to get rid of that. But yeah, there's that little logo right next to Utah's head.
This mirrored video always gets me.
Very exciting. We actually had some folks comment which was their favorite logo. We had people also comment on which was the favorite cover art treatment. And I said that I would give away a free T-shirt with the new logo on it to someone.
I can't wait to get it.
A random person you can buy one. A random person in the.
I shall.
a random person in the chat or in the comments. So what I'm going to do, let me see if I can get, I have a cool website that does the comment picking for me.
Ooh, are you using the World Gone Geek Globey Master 6000?
Yes, that's exactly what it's called. And no, it's not. It's something like comment picker or something.
Oh, we upgraded to the 9000.
So I am going to go ahead and pull that. We're going to include comment replies. We're going to filter duplicates. So if you commented more than once, you only get the credit once. But let's see.
It's only fair.
And then I'm going to add the folks that were on the other one. Give me 1 second. This is all happening live, folks. That's
right.
This is all legit because it's happening
effects,
live.
No CGI, nothing.
Well, it is a special effect because if I had to write all those names down and then draw them out of the hat, I would go crazy. I think thankfully there's digital ways to do this kind of stuff now. Oh, and we got a couple more comments in there since before we started. So those people will be eligible too. Our good friends from over at Circle of Nerds put in some comments. I have no idea what they said. I'm not looking at that yet because I'm concentrating on trying to
maybe
get this. Yeah, maybe they were really mean, and I shouldn't have said.
Who knows what they said?
Friends, yeah, I know. I doubt it. But let's see. Why can't I get to the page? We're just going to go. I just want to make sure I get everybody who participated in here. I don't want to miss anyone who was a part of it.
Okay, I just got to say, Bobby Jack is adorable. Aaliyah, I can see why you were a fan of him. He's got a bow tie. He's got a bow tie.
So cute. He was so cute. I love Bobby Jack.
You can get Bobby Jack face masks.
Oh, really?
I'm just looking.
All right. Yeah, because you got some more folks over on the other page, Utah. When you shared it, you got a few more people voting, so that was really nice.
Good.
So I want to make sure they all get in here. Sorry, it's taking a little longer because I'm trying to make this fair. I want to make sure everyone has the chance.
Yeah.
If one of my family members gets drawn, I will redraw. It's not fair. I don't want to. Yeah, I had to. I can blacklist. I don't want to blacklist my family though. That's what they're calling it. So I can't do it. I'm just going to redraw.
There's a different name for it. Come on now.
Let's get all of those. Boom. We got all of the. Wow, that's really fast. It's really cool. All right, we're going to draw a random winner. Let's see what happens. And like I said, in fact, you know what? I'll even share the screen. We're going to make it really legit. Let's see. Can I share, since we're in Chrome, can I share Chrome? We're going to find out.
I don't see why not.
I can share Chrome tabs. There we go. Facebook random comment.
Oh, I would read Tommy's comment because it's very insightful.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad I asked him to put some. So here we go. I'm going to hit the start. Well, I can't hit the start button there. I got to hit it on the actual page.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Here it's mixing up all the names.
Boom.
Ryan Tegeter won.
All right. Congratulations, Ryan.
Yeah. So Ryan actually works at Highland with me. So I will let him know that he won. Ryan Tegeter's getting a World Gone Geek t-shirt. Now we're going to give away some more of those throughout. So if you keep watching and are part of the things that we're doing, we're going to try to get them. But if you didn't win one and you're like, I'd really like to have one, there you can go to the Merch Gone Geek store, which is at tpublic.com/store/world-gone-geek. I wish they would let me combine that, but they won't. Hate those little dashes, right? There's
dashes.
two.
No, they just want you to say it.
I know. So it's scrolling along the bottom, and I will put that in the show notes as well. And you can get your Merch Gone Geek right there. It's going to be great. Those are the exciting announcements that we had this week. So lots of fun. New logo, new look, new fun things. And there we go. All right. So we got all the business out of the way in our Bobby Jack discussion and Meyer. Because we got to get all that stuff in. But that means
it's important.
That means it is. Yeah. No.
Bobby Jack is definitely important.
But now it is time for
This Week in Geek.
That's right. Utah, we're going to let you take
number one.
I get number one?
Yep.
All right. Well, it's finally over. Marvel Studios' first TV series on Disney Plus has come and gone, and it wasn't the Falcon and Winter Soldier as originally scheduled. That's right. It was WandaVision, a deep dive into the character of Wanda Maximoff. It paid homage,
all of the above.
The sitcoms of yore, skiffily going from Dick Van Dyke to the Brady Bunch to Modern Family to The Office. Loved it from beginning to end. Oh, you know what? Wait, no. The finale, disappointed in the finale. There was no Mephisto. There was no Nicholas Scratch. There's no Reed Richards. There was no X-Men, no Professor X, no Doctor Strange, no Howard the Duck. I mean, what the heck, Marvel? I'm kidding. I loved the series from beginning to end. I thought it was a very risky thing to do for Marvel to really commit to the whole sitcom episode thing for the first few episodes, because that is not what people expect from a Marvel show. They expect Marvel stuff. And for them to focus and stick to their guns and do that, but then definitely move to Marvel stuff as the series went on, I thought was really skillfully done. Well done. All the actors did a great job. Love Paul Bettany and Lizzie Olsen. I think they both should be nominated for Emmys at some point because they both did excellent work. It's interesting. I feel like Marvel did a great job in juggling the schedule, because originally, we were supposed to have Black Widow and then Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then another movie, and then WandaVision, which goes into Doctor Strange 2. But because of COVID and everything else, things got mixed up and delays. And so I think they did a really good job of putting out a really great 9-episode arc in a TV series. Did we miss a few things? Sure. Did you know that there was a scene cut in the finale that involved Monica, Darcy, and Jimmy Woo trying to get to the Darkhold, and they had to fight Senor Scratchy?
What?
In the basement. Like, they were going, there's a Darkhold, let's get it. And then Senor Scratchy would hop up and defend the Darkhold. And there would be a whole American Werewolf in London transformation from Senor Scratchy Bunny to Senor Scratchy Demon.
That was supposed to happen?
That was supposed to happen, but they cut it out for two reasons. One, they didn't have enough time for post-production because of the rescheduling. And two, they thought that it would take away from kind of the main theme of the finale, which is
it sure would have. I mean, that would have sounded really great. It would have
been awesome to see. But yeah, I totally understand, and I'm glad they cut it out, because it would have really messed up with the pacing of that finale. And it's really all about Wanda, and what a tragic character she is. And I feel like she's always been sidelined in the movies because there's so many other characters. And to be able to focus and concentrate on Wanda in this way, I thought was great. And I hope that the next series coming up, which is the Sam and Bucky Power Hour, or Falcon and Winter Soldier, I hope that kind of does the same thing for them as well, because they're also two characters that I really love and I would love to know more about. So,
agreed.
That is officially the title of the Falcon and Winter Soldier for me, by the way.
Yeah. Sam and Bucky Power Hour. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's forever what we will call it.
I don't know how I could call it anything else.
What were your thoughts on WandaVision, Aaliyah?
I loved it at first, and I was like, I actually kind of wanted it to stay in the black and white. And I know that probably sounds a little weird, but I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the nostalgia of it. And even though I wasn't necessarily like around when TV was all black and white.
All right.
Okay. We get it.
Well, actually, we weren't around when it was black and white either. I mean, we had black and white TVs, but TV was also in color.
Yeah, but they were broadcasting in color by the time we came around. So
yeah.
I mean, it was also a knock to myself, but like I enjoyed it, and I agree with you, Utah. I think that Marvel did a fantastic job. I want to learn more about the Scarlet Witch, and
we're going to find out
what
more next
this like premise is and how she got started. And because clearly she had no idea, and she still has no idea really who she is or what her powers are or where they came, like why she has them, like why was she chosen essentially to carry these?
Yeah.
And sorry.
No, go ahead.
She also, Agatha also made the comment, you have no idea what you unleashed. And for me, someone I didn't read the comics, and I'm thinking, well, what did she unleash? Like, What
you
is
also
going on?
have no idea what she unleashed.
we don't, but it is interesting to me because the ending certainly sets up. I love how it dovetails right into Doctor Strange 2 and the madness of multiverse, right? Does it set her up to be the big bad? Or does it set it up where maybe she creates the madness in the multiverse and Doctor Strange has to fix it? And then maybe they bring Agatha in too, because they left Agatha there. It's not like she's gone. She can come back.
Oh, sure.
So it's very nice. It was really well done. And I like that they're pulling certain things from the comic book origins. And also, of course, the big thing is they kind of left it open as to whether she's a mutant or not.
Yeah, they didn't answer that question at all, which is another thing that and obviously you were referring to the anger that people have. Whoops, sorry, that wasn't supposed to come up yet. The anger.
I was like, what is this? Are we playing match?
That people had about it not living up to their expectations, and I'm making air quotes for the audio folks. And their expectations were based on their own fan theories. It's like, guys, chill. Like, it's just because it's not your idea. That's what I mean. Oh, I'm sorry. We're not going to get in the whole fan entitlement culture that's going on right now.
That's for another podcast.
But but I definitely think that this has been a victim of that, because people expected and wanted certain things, and Marvel said, no, this is a story we're telling. And I loved it. I thought the story was great. It was a little jarring, I think, to go from what they had started with to almost basically the end game of any other Marvel movie. But if you look at the series as a whole, all the episodes, it's really follows the way Marvel movies follow. Like, we're introduced to this character, we get her backstory. She has a serious conflict to try to figure out by the end of the movie. Figures out the conflict. There's a big battle with the baddie, and everybody, and then there's end credit scenes where tease the next thing, right? That's a Marvel movie. Yeah. This was a Marvel movie told in a very unique way, and probably the most unique way I've ever seen something like this done. And I got to say, I was so impressed with how they did it and how they unfolded it, and the emotions that they created and the way they delved into her character. And Elizabeth Olsen was phenomenal. Oh, and just fantastic. To go through all of that. I mean, everybody was great in it. I mean, I love Monica Rambeau. Can't wait to see her in future stuff. Too, she's going to be amazing. Yeah. And what perfect casting. If you look at her next to the little girl who played the same character in Captain Marvel, it's almost like they
knew they're related, right?
They de-aged her to make her a little kid and there's something, because they're good at, I'm like, how did they do this?
Yeah, great.
They're a perfect match for each other. But anyway, all that to say, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was even more. They managed to take 20 plus films and put them all together into one cohesive story that told a big end game, and that was pretty cool. I think I liked this better. Not to knock Endgame or any of that stuff. That stuff was genius, right? But I loved how they did this. It was something that I've never seen somebody try to do before in such a unique way. And people are mad there's not going to be another season. I'm like, this was the story. It's done.
What else? There doesn't need to be another season.
Yes, the story was her trying to overcome the grief.
Right. The arc is done.
It was a sequel to Infinity War and Endgame. And it leads to the next movie. It is a Marvel movie told in 9 episodes. That's what it is.
And I don't think there's any other way it could have been so good if it weren't set up in 9 episodes. I think that the way they wrote it and the storytelling that they wanted to do was so good and such a great match for episodic, bits like they did. I don't think it totaled what? I think 6 hours in total. I don't think they could have done this in a 2-hour, maybe even 3-hour movie.
It probably would have been very rushed, and they wouldn't have been able to spend as much time on
absolutely. It. Absolutely. No, the emotional impact was so much greater because they were able to, I don't know, because of the way it was presented and the way it was done, I was much more invested in Wanda and Vision. I mean, that ending just tore me apart.
That was really good.
It was really, really well done. And some of the Vision had some of the best lines in there, between what is what is grief if not love persevering? I mean, what a line that is.
Yeah.
Him saying that, he was once a voice without a body, and then he was, an android, and then he was a memory come to life who says, who knows what's next, right? So
right. And I read an article, I think it was on Screen Rant, where the writer was pontificating a little bit about whether or not the boy, because the kid who wasn't Speedy, can't remember which one's which, her son that has the,
Wiccan, not Speedster or whatever, but Wiccan.
Yeah, but I can't think of what his actual name is.
One was Tommy.
Yeah,
Billy.
Yeah, but which one was which? Which was Speedy? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
So anyway, the telepath, right? The one that has her powers, basically. When she says, "Thank you for choosing me to be your mom," and looks at them, you're sitting there now wondering if this kid is a telepath. He knows exactly what she's thinking, and that she knows she's walking out that door and letting them go. Like it's not two kids that are going to bed. Right. No, it's two kids she knows are going to go away,
disappear from existence.
Yeah. And so that really lends. And then he smiles at her, and it's like he knows what's about to happen if he's a telepath, right? So I don't know. That just gave it a lot more gravitas too when you think about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like when she shut the door, she was probably I wonder if he told the brother what was about to happen.
Dude, you have no idea.
Yeah, dude. So it's been fun, guy. You know what I mean? But then and then we got the post credit scene. So if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you watch it all the way to the end credits. Well, if you haven't seen it yet, hopefully you did, because we spoiled it.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
But you should know better, right? To come in and
then Tony Stark comes down
late. No. But make sure you watch both credit scenes. This one actually has two. It's one in the middle and one at the end. So
that last one was really good.
Yeah, really interesting. And I think it really sets us up. The middle one was Monica.
The middle one was that cop telling Monica they want to speak to her in the theater, and then she reveals herself as a Skrull and says, "Hey, one of your mom's old friends wants to talk to you."
And then there was another one after that.
There's one at the very, very end.
One at the very, very.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, Aaliyah missed it.
Oh my god!
You missed the other one.
Well, I'm glad we didn't spoil it for you.
Then you got to go back and watch it.
I thought that was it. I thought that was it.
There's one.
Yeah, they tricked us. They put an extra one in there this time. But the Skrull one. I mean, clearly, I was talking about.
I'm assuming Nick Fury, right?
Yeah, it's got to be because she said he first of all. I think.
Right.
And
Talos.
It's a friend of your mom. Well, that could be Talos as well, but I'm guessing it's Nick Fury.
I'm guessing Nick Fury.
He's up. We know he's up in space because of Spider-Man at the end, right? Yeah. So I think that's what they're talking about. All right, Aaliyah, you're up next.
Number 2.
Okay. So for all you 90s babies, you know how iconic the Nickelodeon slime is. And I said 90s babies because I am a 90s baby. And Nickelodeon slime was my time. And I'm going to claim that. So yesterday at the Kids' Choice Awards, Robert Downey Jr. won Favorite Movie Actor for Dolittle. And seconds before getting slimed, he stated, "Lastly, I'd like to thank my friends at Giorgio Armani for loaning me." And boom, he got slimed by a cannon, which I'm sure is every actor's dream, right?
It's got to be.
And it's got to be.
It was so great.
So I have a very important question for you guys. Would you rather, because let me give you a little background. For those of you that are more seasoned or never watched Kids' Choice Awards.
Come on.
Previously, prior to the canon, it was bucket. It was a very large bucket that would be dumped on you.
Yeah, well, this goes even further back than that.
No, hey,
I'm sure it does.
We've watched Nickelodeon.
Okay.
You can't do that on television.
I'm taking it.
So you can't do that on television was a show from the 80s. That's where
80s.
That slime was introduced. And anytime you said the words "I don't know," they would pour slime on them. Yep. And then you could also say water, and they would pour water, so you could get yourself cleaned off afterwards. Sometimes they use that trick, but
anyways, that claimed it. That's like this is. No, you guys have everything. All right?
No. But you're right, because as the Nickelodeon started becoming bigger and bigger, and in the 90s, like the slime became like their trademark,
right?
And it all started with that show. But that was my point, though, is like you're right. It used to just even then be a bucket,
just a bucket.
Now it's like
that was crazy
because I've got kids. You're a 90s baby. My kids are 90s babies. So I've watched these with my kids throughout the years. And yeah, it's ridiculous how much slime they're using now. And entire pools, they're like hoses. They got fire hoses full of slime. They're launching people into slime pools.
Yeah, well, heck, when Universal Studios Florida opened up, I remember I was actually living in Florida, and they had a whole Nickelodeon section. Nickelodeon was so big, they used to film Double Dare and all the other shows right there in Orlando. And one of their biggest attractions was just basically a slime fountain that kids could play in. And at some point, a huge bucket would just dump slime. And so that was like one of the biggest things. And so, yeah, absolutely. Slime and Nickelodeon were like, entwined. And
so Robert Downey Jr. won for Best Actor
for Dolittle.
Which is surprising because that was not a popular film at all.
I didn't even watch it.
I thought it flopped.
Yeah. Do you know who he was up against, Aaliyah?
No.
I got a list here. I was going to let you read it. I have the list here. It's fine.
No, okay.
So he was up against Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell, Lin-Manuel Miranda for Hamilton, Chris Pine for Wonder Woman, and Adam Sandler for Hubie Halloween. Now, Adam Sandler can make any movie of any kind, and he will always get nominated for Kids' Choice Award. He's their favorite person to nominate for some reason.
Right.
But I think Robert Downey Jr. was able to win this because
of Iron Man.
Yeah, that's it.
I think
but he didn't win it for Iron Man. That's the problem.
I know.
He didn't win it for any of his Marvel stuff, but I can't.
This is what I don't understand.
But I can't help but think that people voted for him because they like him as Tony Stark.
Well, Will Ferrell. Here's my other question. Do either of you? Okay, I know you know how they determine the winners, right? Like people vote. Like kids can go to Nickelodeon and vote.
They go to the online.
How do they determine the nominees? Couldn't find the information anywhere.
Oh, that's a good point.
I've been looking for it because I would like to know, because Will Ferrell is nominated for Eurovision Songs Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, which is
that was hilarious.
It's pretty funny. It is not a kid's show.
But it's
not necessarily inappropriate for kids, but it's also not aimed at kids at all. Like what kids are watching that movie, or what kids even were interested in it?
I was going to say in general, like Will Ferrell has never done a kids movie. I don't think. Like,
no, he did. Like,
I mean,
he did Elf. He did the what was the soccer one? Kicking and Screaming. Was that it?
Oh, I think
he's not known for a lot of kids movies. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
But he gets nominated a lot. Neither is Adam Sandler for that matter.
Adam Sandler.
Like Adam Sandler's movies are sometimes a little crude, right?
Jim Carrey too.
Jim Carrey. Well, Sonic the Hedgehog this year though.
Oh, that's right. He played the big doctor.
So I could totally see that one. Okay. And let's face it, like Hamilton's not even. Now I realize kids are not just little kids, right? This is ages into even
to teenagers.
Obviously, taking this up to teenagers, maybe even young adults. I don't know what they're doing, and it's got to be young adults if you're including Hamilton and Eurovision and Hubie Halloween. I think I didn't see it, so maybe it was kid friendly. I have no idea. But I'm always surprised at the nominations, and that's why I was wondering, like, what is the process? If anybody knows, let us know, because I'm trying to figure this out. There's some other really bizarre ones that I just don't understand, but it is what it is. But what were some of the other winning? Did you see some of the other winning categories, Aaliyah? Do you have those?
No, I don't.
I did see that Gal Gadot won an award for Wonder Woman.
No, the movie one.
Oh, the movie one. She didn't win.
Yeah, and the movie, that was another thing. This is what I understand. Favorite movie. First of all, Robert Downey wins for Dolittle, which was a flop, apparently.
Right.
But maybe for kids it was fun. I have no idea. I didn't see it, so I'm not going to make a comment.
I didn't see it.
It did not do well, right? But Wonder Woman won over Dolittle, Hamilton, Hubie Halloween, Mulan, and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wow.
Now, I haven't seen Mulan or Hubie Halloween. Obviously,
Mulan was not horrible.
Mulan was okay.
Yeah,
I would say Sonic the Hedgehog was a better movie than Wonder Woman, and I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because I actually was surprised Sonic was a good movie.
You're right.
It really was.
I haven't seen Hubie Halloween. Mulan was okay, but Mulan was better than Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Hamilton was better than all of them.
So I did.
Yeah, that's just my opinion.
Again, these are kids voting.
Right, but that's my opinion, not
right.
So let me see. Well, as you know, the favorite film was Wonder Woman. Don't understand that. Favorite animated movie was Soul, which was
and that was a tough one because what was it up against? Onward, Phineas and Ferb movie, Candace Against the Universe, The Croods, A New Age, Trolls World Tour, and Scoob. So there was actually quite a few animated movies that came out.
That was some competition there.
There's decent. I mean, Onward is another Disney film, so it's like
Onward,
up against.
Onward was great.
Onward was.
It was so good, right? But if I had to pick amongst those choices, I would give to Soul too. That was pretty awesome. That was a pretty good movie. Yeah. So that one I agree with 100%. Yeah, I think that was really good. I think it's going to win the Oscar too for animated film.
Well, I mean, if you take a look historically, the best animated feature that went at Nickelodeon at the Kids Awards tends to win the Oscar.
Does it really?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was going to say, yeah, these you can say that about Golden Globes and all these other things. Exactly. What did these predict? I don't know. It predicts. Yeah, that's weird. But you're right. So Best actress went to Millie Bobby Brown for Enola Holmes. Thought that was fun.
I loved Enola Holmes. It was so good.
It's real good.
So why was Enola Holmes nominated for anything else in the Kids Awards?
Not that I could see, no. Or at least none of the big categories, right?
Which doesn't make sense to me because that was a really good movie.
Well, let's face it, Millie Bobby Brown is obviously really huge with kids right now because she also won favorite TV actress for 11.
For Stranger Things. Okay, so yeah.
She's huge.
I think more than any other awards, I think the Kids Awards, I think a lot of the, it becomes the whole catalog of work thing, where Robert Downey Jr. probably won, not just because of Doolittle, but because everybody loves him as Tony Stark. Millie Bobby Brown, obviously, because of Stranger Things.
Right.
Hey, you know what? And Godzilla, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some other good things. Stranger Things, favorite family TV show, Beat Out Blackish, Cobra Kai, Fuller House, The Mandalorian, and Young Sheldon. I get it. I understand that.
That works.
There were favorite male TV star was Jace Norman from Henry Danger. That show is so corny. But hey, the kids love it. I mean, that's what matters.
Well, that's the audience, right? That's
SpongeBob is still their favorite animated series. He just keeps winning and winning and winning.
SpongeBob will always win.
Their favorite reality
of kids,
right?
Kids Awards.
You're right. I know. I mean, he even has new shows over on Paramount Network.
Right.
He's still kicking, still going strong.
Didn't he just release another movie last year?
I thought they were doing like a Patrick show.
No, that's. Right. I heard that's coming.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that they're working.
But right now on Paramount Network, you can see Sponge on the Run, which is the new movie, and Camp Coral, which is a new thing, which is them as kids.
Yeah.
And there were my son, Jacob, who's 13, kind of grew up on SpongeBob, right? Found out that Camp Coral was like a prequel, if you will.
Right. That's how Patrick and SpongeBob meet.
Well, and Sandy.
And Sandy. Right.
But we see, and this is my son because you can tell because he's like, wait a minute. There's an episode in SpongeBob where he meets Sandy for the first time. And so how could he be meeting her as a child and not know who she is as an adult? Well, they did. They did exactly that. Sandy's been, the adult Sandy has been messing with the time-space continuum.
Oh, geez.
Because, she's a scientist, right?
Right.
And so she's gone back in time because she needed, so they explained it in some way and he's all happy about it now. So there you go.
Wow. Okay, you know what? That's kind
even
of
SpongeBob has to stay in canon or people get upset. My son is like,
which is weird because literally I always thought that SpongeBob had no order and it was just like,
oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. But this would have been a glaring plot hole for anybody who's a fan of SpongeBob, and they filled it. I guess they
I appreciate that
they plugged it. It's kind of amazing.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh,
funny.
So Nick Choice. Let's see. Oscars announcements are tomorrow. We'll talk about those next week.
Yeah.
So that ought to be interesting. Maybe we could do a reaction. We did. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Maybe we'll go live tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay.
But either way, we're going to talk about the Oscars next week, and maybe these Kids' Choice Awards will be
let's see
some sort of predictor.
That's right. I you know what? I'm going to go back and check. I'd be curious to see if
maybe Doolittle's getting nominated. Maybe Wonder Woman 84 is getting nominated.
Maybe Doolittle is nominated for something, or will be nominated. Heck, I just want to see I just want to see where Minari is placed in what category.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that myself.
Number 3.
All right. We all know what's happening this week in the DC world. It's the Snyder Cut, right? Everybody's been talking about it nonstop. The hype train for this is just insane.
Zack Snyder
yes, that's what I got done to my head yesterday.
The
Snyder Cut. It just whoosh, took it all. Took all the hair.
The Lex Luthor Snyder
and then replaced it with really like dark characters that you know. Anyway,
slow motion.
A lot of slow motion follicles now are moving around. No, the Snyder Cut is happening. It's Wednesday. Oh my God, I can't believe it's here already.
Is it Wednesday?
Yeah, or the 18th. That's Thursday. No, it's Thursday, right? What is the 18th?
Thursday. You're right.
Yeah.
Thursday.
All right. Thursday. We're doing game night.
That's dropping the same night as game night and the Sam and Bucky Power Hour. Isn't Sam and Bucky dropping on the 19th too?
That's the 19th. That would be Friday.
Oh, never
the
mind.
18th is Thursday.
Oh gosh, but still.
Yep. Yeah. It's a big couple of days for us nerds.
I'm not going to get any sleep.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to talk about the Snyder Cut right now. We're going to talk about that next week. So spoiler alert for next week and spoilers for that episode because we're going to talk about the movie. So you have from Thursday to Sunday to watch it if you want to see our show next Sunday. But DC announced a whole boatload of other stuff, which I almost revealed too early in the show when I brought that up on the screen by accident. But they brought up this image and it's been floating around the internet quite a bit.
I love it.
And it's exciting. There's actually some exciting stuff on here.
Yeah, there's some stuff that I didn't know about.
I'm going to be perfectly honest, as I always am, and say that I'm only a Batman fan. I've never been much of a DC fan. I do like DC stuff. I'm not a hater. Batman was my draw, but make mine Marvel. That was me, right? And Superman on occasion. But I've, been becoming a little bit more of a Batman fan. I've been watching some of the CW shows. I enjoy those. I've been, I really like, which as long as we're talking about those, like, can I just say how awesome like Black Lightning is?
Black Lightning,
and the first few seasons of Arrow, and then it started getting a little weird. I haven't seen Flash yet. I'm getting there, but there's stuff out there that's pretty good. So I'm checking that stuff out. But
what does the red one say? The red bubble?
Batwoman over here on the right. I know this image is not great. I had to blow it up from what is available out there.
Look at this palette. Look at this stuff.
Yeah, we got Black Adam. We got DC's Harley Quinn.
Right.
Superman and Lois already aired. That's people are saying that's actually pretty good.
I watched the pilot and it's really good.
All right,
it is.
Definitely
worth a watch.
I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around them having kids. That's the thing that's weird to me. So I guess I'll check it out. But Static Shock, how awesome is that? They're saying that this is going to be a movie, not a show.
It's a movie. They're going to make a whole movie on Static Shock.
That's what I'm hearing, and it's going to go straight to HBO Max. And Batgirl are both going. You don't know who Static Shock is, Aaliyah?
No, I'm Googling it.
Yeah, Google it. It's great. It's a cartoon. It came out, a bunch of years ago.
2000.
Yeah, a few decades ago.
And it's in the comics too, but I remember it as the cartoon that came out.
Yeah, same here.
Blue Beetle is coming. Batgirl, they said it's going to be a movie.
I'm excited about Blue Beetle.
Yeah. That's the one. So that's like some kind of, he doesn't have a backpack that turns into a suit or something.
Yeah, I am very
again. This is not. I don't know a lot about DC. I'm going to be honest. I'm asking questions. I want to learn from the audience. Now, if you guys have to educate me as we go. Like,
I love Teen Titans, and he was
right. Yeah, Teen Titans Go
or Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, they're very different.
They're very different. The crossover episode where Teen Titans meet Teen Titans Go was hilarious.
That's what I hear. I didn't see that one. My kids love the original Teen Titans show.
It's fantastic.
Batgirl is going to be a movie. That one was originally supposed to be a Joss Whedon project way back in the day. It got revived, probably not with Joss Whedon at this point. Obviously, we don't still know what's going on with that, but there's some bad blood there at DC and possibly everywhere. But we'll definitely with DC, but we'll find out as we wait to see what's going on with Joss Whedon. But with Batgirl, there's somebody else is in charge of that now. Let's see. I was reading that just earlier today. Christina Hodson who was the writer of Birds of Prey and Bumblebee, which both were apparently pretty good.
They were both good. Bumblebee.
I mean, a lot of people hate these Harley Quinn movies, but Birds of Prey, I think
Birds of Prey was actually pretty good.
Yeah, some people say I want to see it, but I haven't yet.
I mean, the action was meh, but the story itself was decent.
Good.
And great.
Peacemaker is the character from Suicide Squad that John Cena's playing, and he's getting a show. Is that what I understand?
Yes,
Peacemaker.
So he's just going to be like.
It's going to be a TV show.
Well, yeah, you won't be able to see him. That's the problem.
Right, this whole thing. But for those of you who don't know, Peacemaker is basically like Captain America, but he's a jerk.
Yeah. And now is this one of the characters that actually exists in DC already, or this is a James Gunn creative? Okay.
No.
Because I think he created a couple of some amalgams or something of characters.
Yeah, I think he created one or two for his movie, but most of them,
those are probably the ones that are going to die right on.
I'm assuming. I'm still trying
to figure. Like they did to the guy in the first one. I can't remember who it was, but it's like they barely they gave these big long introductions to everyone else, and then they're like they get to where they're going to do the thing, and they're like, oh yeah, this guy's here too, and he's like, I'm here, and then he dies immediately. Like, right. Well, was it
the boomerang guy? No, he survived.
No, yeah, it wasn't the boomerang guy.
It was the other.
I can't remember, but yeah, he was just like at the last.
It's like that character in Deadpool 2.
Oh my gosh!
What Peter? Was it Peter? I don't
want to spoil that for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. Like all of the stuff that happens in that is just nuts. But Green Lantern, Aquaman 2, another Shazam movie. I'm excited for that. I really love the first one.
Well, that's the Flash there.
Oh, you're right. The Flash. The Shazam is down. I'm looking at Fury of the Gods. I just saw the lightning and thought of Shazam. Again, DC's not my thing.
DC's not your thing.
There's too many lightning bolts. There's Black Lightning. There's Shazam. There's Flash. Come on, DC.
There's
get more creative with your icons.
There's Green Lantern, Blue Lantern, Yellow Lantern.
This is why I'm a Marvel fan. I'm kidding.
Why are there so many lantern colors? Sorry.
Yeah, why are there so many
in general?
Suicide Squad, the game, Suicide Squad, the movie is coming. Bat Wheels. I have no idea what that is.
What is that?
I'm about to Google
that looks like a kid's show that I want to watch.
Like Hot Wheels, but Bat Wheels?
Oh I guess maybe that would be kind of fun.
Many? Oh, you know what? If they had a show that would just like showed off all these different types of Batmobiles, I'm in.
The Batman, which just wrapped this week.
Yes.
It took a year to make this movie. Like they were filming in 2020, and then they got sick, all this stuff happened. And
I'm excited for this one.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea! Like, what did I say? What did I say at the beginning of this? Right, what is my gateway into DC?
Batman is your DC.
Batman. I love Batman. I love Batman so much. And
that trailer, that teaser trailer they released,
dude,
was so good.
Was great.
So good. Yeah, I cannot wait for this movie. Everything about it has me excited. So
didn't he do like an outfit change or something, like a new outfit?
Oh yeah, they changed everything. They're going a different era.
They're going year 2 basically.
Different outfit, different actor, different Commissioner Gordon. Like everybody's different, but it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. And I'm wondering if the Batgirl movie is going to be the daughter of Commissioner Gordon in the Batman, because that's what I'm hoping. I hope they tie something together. DC, give me something to see it team up.
That's canon.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know.
Barbara Gordon is Batgirl.
Zatanna is coming, which is the magic lady, right?
Yes, magic lady. It's the magic lady.
Sorry, DC fans. I am not making fun. I'm making fun of myself and how little I know about some of these characters. I'm sorry.
Is that a TV show or a movie?
Again, I don't know. It's just for right now. For me, it is an image that I have on the screen.
There you go. I'd be curious to see how they handle that. Because
actually, no, I will tell you what I do know about it. So Batgirl and Static Shock are supposed to be movies. That's what I'm reading.
All right.
It says a vehicle for Zatanna. It doesn't say whether it's a movie.
It's a live action.
Maybe that's what the Bat Wheels.
I was going to say, is that a tie-in to Bat Wheels?
No, a vehicle to bring her to the screen. Where there's rumors, J.J. Abrams is developing Justice League Dark series, which could be where she comes out. We don't know.
I thought that was a Snyder cut. No.
Yeah, right. But Justice League Dark, I do know that. I do know that Constantine and Swamp Thing, and I guess I do a little more about DC because I'm a Constantine fan, and I do like more of the Vertigo stuff. I liked all the Sandman. That was Vertigo, right?
Constantine. Isn't it Constantine?
No,
it's not.
Oh, you know what?
See, you weren't here. You weren't part of our show when we interviewed guys.
You need
who
to
wrote
listen to our podcast.
We found out that it's actually pronounced Constantine, and
like wine.
But people don't pronounce it right. And even the movie that was
you
made,
said it right. You said Constantine.
Yeah, I said it right.
Yeah, we said it right.
Yeah.
What did you say? What
do you mean?
Never mind.
Okay.
Oh wait, I said Constantine.
Yeah.
You said Constantine.
You
said Bobby Jack. You said Constantine.
You wouldn't be mistaken, because the movie that came out with Keanu Reeves, everybody who talks about it says Constantine, but we managed to find out by talking to guys who have actually interviewed the people who have made Constantine, who created it, and wrote these books. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did. He even explains how to say it in the book himself. But there's a book edited by Rich Handley and Lou Tambone. They were guests on the show, and they corrected to make sure. And then after being corrected, I still said it wrong.
You said it wrong.
Yeah, that's how I roll. Supergirl. Which it could be interesting. I think it's just a show, right? There's nothing new coming. Yeah, just it's more of that. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Again, I love the first Shazam movie. Absolutely. It's like I was so disappointed with Batman versus Superman. I was mildly disappointed with Man of Steel. I loved how it ended. I loved some of the things. It still felt like it was not very hopeful, and I always felt like Superman was a hopeful guy.
Right.
And it was a little bit of a bummer, that movie. But I still enjoyed the story that was told, so I'm not going to totally knock it. And then Batman vs Superman came along, and then Justice League I enjoyed a little bit more, but not. Still thought was. And then Aquaman comes along, and I enjoyed that. And then Shazam came along, and I'm like, that now I'm happy. And Wonder Woman. Sorry, I skipped Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was amazing too. The first one
was good.
The first one was good.
Yeah, so Shazam was one of those. I was like, "Oh, we're on the upswing." There's 3 movies now in DC that I'm really enjoying. So yeah, I can't wait to see this one. It's going to be great, and hopefully they're saying it'll tie into Black Adam, which
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Have The Rock, yeah.
I'm assuming that the third Shazam is going to include a conflict with Black Adam, and that's going to be
who exactly is Black Adam? Is this like Black Lightning?
No, I don't know. He's like the anti-Shazam.
He's kind of like the opposite.
I'm guessing
he's the opposite of Shazam. He's in the comic books. He is the nemesis of Shazam, and so Dwayne Johnson playing him, I think, is perfect casting.
It's going to be awesome.
Why are they? Okay, go ahead.
No, what? No, ask the question.
I was going to say, why are they nemesis? Nemesis.
Oh, that's what I guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. We'll have to bring some Shazam experts on, because I really don't know. I mean, I saw the first movie completely. I mean, I watched the old TV show back in the day.
Yeah, right.
Like, that was way before your time, Aaliyah, but there was a TV show. I watched it all the time. I love that. So, but even then I didn't know it was a DC character. I just saw that it was just a TV show. Batwoman is already back with Javicia Leslie as the new character.
I haven't seen any of the new episodes.
I'm not hearing good things. Like, people are not happy with it. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, that they're not happy. Now, that doesn't mean anything. It may be awesome, but it could be just fan entitlement. They're annoyed with change. Who knows? Like, I'll make my own judgment when I watch it. But
yep.
I'm gonna wait for all of them to show up on HBO Max, and then I'll check it out for sure, because I did enjoy the first one.
Right, and all of these will be on all of them will be on HBO Max.
Yep.
And simultaneously released on HBO Max and in theaters. So
yep. And then there's the Suicide Squad movie. Again, James Gunn directing. It looks amazing. Can't wait.
Looking forward to that.
And this is another thing I'm super excited about, GCPD, which is supposed to tie to the Batman, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
So
it's going to be like
that era's Gotham.
Yep.
Because if you watch the TV show Gotham, it starts out really strong, and then it gets real crazy.
It gets wacky.
It's still really fun.
But
like,
so wacky.
Even though it's so wacky and weird, and why are these characters encountering already, and Batman is still just like prepubescent? What is happening? But yeah, it was. I still had fun with that stupid show and watched it to the end.
I didn't watch
it. But
it
was like a guilty pleasure. I mean, it definitely was. I mean, I enjoyed it. The actors, everybody in it is great.
Yeah.
It's just, out there. If you read Batman, it's like, what is happening? But I kind of separated, that's what you got to do sometimes, is separate yourself from the nostalgia, right? From the thing that you loved, and say, okay, what are these people trying to do with it? What are they trying to say? And for that, it was interesting. It was entertaining. But if it is really a gritty crime drama in Gotham, that's what I was hoping Gotham was.
Would be, yeah.
If that's what this is, bring it on. I cannot wait. This is what I was hoping for in that first one. And if it ties, and especially if you can get Commissioner Gordon to cross over,
that would be cool,
dude. I'm all over that.
We haven't heard any cast news about GCPD, so
not yet.
That would make sense. That'd be awesome.
I would love that. DMZ, I have no idea what that is.
This one, okay, so I know a little bit about this. This one surprises me, but I'm intrigued. So DMZ, we all know, is demilitarized zone, but it was a limited series. I don't know if they actually continued it after the first series of issues, but basically, in the near future, there was a second civil war, and it was no one won. It was still going, and the island of Manhattan is a DMZ between the United States of America and like the free secessionists or something of America, or whatever, free states of America, whatever. And so it's basically it was just basically a series of people and the conflicts on the island of Manhattan. So that's all I've got. That's all I
Interesting.
remember. But yeah, I was surprised to see this on there. It's like, I'll admit, it would be a pretty cool TV show. I'd be curious to see.
Mm-hmm. It sounds really neat.
And then Gotham Knights is a video game that's coming that looks amazing. It's going to be a 3-person
co-op.
Co-op, which you can be, what is it? Nightwing, Robin.
Nightwing, Robin.
No, Red Hood.
Yes.
Not,
Nightwing,
and Batgirl.
Red Hood, Batgirl. Is it just the 3?
Yeah, I think it's those 3. Or is it regular Robin?
No, Nightwing's definitely in there.
Okay. Anyway, looks fun. Can't wait. It's awesome.
Between Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights, I'm ready for some DC co-op action.
That is going to be my video games for those are my 2 anticipated video games this year.
I'm hoping the timing works out where I can play a lot of hours on them.
Yeah. I'm hoping they're out before Extra Life. Wouldn't it be cool to just do like 24 hours of one of them?
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Superhero High and League of Super Pets, I think, are geared towards the younger folks. But how cool is that going to be, right?
Are you sure you think the League of Super Pets is going to...
It might be geared towards them, but I'm going to watch it.
I'm going to watch it.
So Superhero High strikes me as, and we've seen this before. We've seen this at, what was it? Sky High, right?
Yeah, Sky High.
Movie?
I love that movie. That's so fun.
That movie was great. And Kurt Russell was great in there too. But yeah, Superhero High just is certainly something I think the premise we've already seen, but I'm curious to see what superheroes they're going to be able to use, right? Because it's DC.
Yeah. So
we're going to see are they going to pull teenage heroes that we know and put them in the high school? Sort of like what Disney did with all those villains, right? In high school.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
And then League of Super Pets, I don't know. It better be better. If it's a DC version of Paw Patrol, come on.
Yeah, but the animals.
Well, there was already a super dog, right?
Yeah, so Crypto the super dog.
Crypto the super dog, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Crypto is the leader of this League of Super Pets.
Streaky?
Are they going to have like a whole...
Who's Streaky? Is he Flash's pet?
The Streaky, the super cat, Beepo, the super monkey, and Comet, the super horse with the
There's a super monkey, Aaliyah.
There's a super monkey.
I know.
And
the shape-shifting alien protein.
How amazing would it be if the super monkey's secret identity was Bobby Jack?
Listen, I would.
Guys. He has the bow tie. He has a bow tie on. It's like, it's Bobby Jack. He takes the bow tie off. Hey, look, it's whatever the monkey's name is.
Yeah, it works like the glasses. They don't recognize him.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, Perry. Exactly.
Perry the Platypus.
I just put on the hat.
Oh, if there was ever a crossover or a cameo, Perry the Platypus would be amazing.
I love Doofenshmirtz would be like, platypus. You put the hat on. Perry the Platypus.
That was so good.
Oh, it's like you didn't recognize him until he put his hat on. That was the best show, man. Don't even get me started.
It's such a great show.
Oh my gosh, too much fun.
League of Super Pets. So will there be a Kennel of Justice?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Wow.
Hey, all right. So DC's got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pike. So it's not just all Snyder Cut, even though if you pay attention to what everybody's talking about in the media, apparently that's the only thing that's coming out of DC this year, but it's not true. Snyder Cut is just one thing. It's 1 4-hour grueling thing that will come out on Thursday.
Right. Now, when is it
might not
out?
be grueling. It might be fun.
It might be. Well,
I'm being silly. I'm just saying that because the hype is so out of control. I am looking forward to it. I think
it's going to come out at midnight.
I'm anxious to see this.
Are they going to drop it at midnight, like Pacific time? So
I don't know. I'm not watching it at midnight till 4 a.m. though.
It's going to be so dark and so slow. You're going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But anyway, yep, Snyder Cut this week, guys, and that's
that last trailer was. The last trailer was all about Darkseid.
Sure was. It's very dark.
I'm like at the award show. They're playing me off.
They are. We're gonna say goodbye for tonight, guys. We thank you guys for watching. We'll be back on Thursday for game night. Make sure you check that out. Check out Facebook page, like us on all the social media so you can see our new logos and stuff. And we'll see you guys next Sunday.
The Podcast is Real is a World Gone Geek production.